If your website is stuck like in the middle of page one, this is not a technical problem. You probably likely already have enough backlinks. You've already got the technical build on the website. So what is usually likely, the most likely thing is that you are lacking expertise or lacking, showing expertise, which is exactly what AI is looking for and what Google's looking for. So to get an idea here, I just Googled chiropractor Falls Church, VA. So we've got this client right here in the map section, and then we've got this number one position right here in Google. So to show you what it looked like, so this is historically, so they have several different offerings over here, carpal tunnel, and so they've bounced around quite a bit, and we can see that right around here, kind of the beginning of the month, we locked in that number one position here. Same over here, chiropractor for TMJ near me, just bounced around quite a bit, but finally locked in that number one position. Same thing for cold laser therapy. So this is kind of a secondary service, but still, related to them. We have dry needling, and you can see we've just been bouncing around, and then all of a sudden we've just bumped up and stayed there. This one is currently at a position 3, so it's ancillary, but we're talking about like specifically the main service, and then any other related services that you're offering, you can have these kind of results as well. So, and how do we get that? So if you're bouncing around, what you want to do is prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have the expertise, and that is what is going to stick in Google here. So if we just go back over here, let's say, and here's another result. This is the AI overview. So sciatica relief, Falls Church. Now these get chiropractor Falls Church gets Googled about 500 times a month. So it's a significant market. Sciatica relief as well. So when we come over here, we can see that we've got this same brand right here in that number one position. We've got the number one mention right over here in Google's AI overview. And then as you scroll down here, we've got that number one position right here in Google. So what are the things that have made the difference here? So if I just go ahead and click into the website, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the verified badge right here. So if you've been to a website that is like a WebMD, then you've seen this where you have a doctor who has reviewed everything that's written on that page. So when Google cites it or another large language model crawls that page, it knows that it is dealing with a trusted expert who has put his name or her name on that content. So it's not just AI slop. And so that brings the confidence level of these AI models, let's say from a 60 for just a regular digital brochure of a website, up to, let's say, the 90s for a website that is showing a demonstrable leader who has industry knowledge and history over here. So if I click on this, it says medically verified, and this is on every one of the service pages for this website, including the homepage. And if I click on this right here, this is going to take me to his author bio page, which we're going to take a look at. I've got a link to the WebMD profile and the Healthline profile as well. So I've got those badges, and I've got that off-site trust built directly into every single page right here. So if I click on this, we're going to check out his basically this is his about page, but this is the author page for this doctor. We get into his credentials, just some links to publications that he's a part of, and then any social media right there. So this is just connecting the outside world and connecting real people to the business. And this is what Google is looking for. Do you actually do this kind of work where you're at, and are there real people attached to it? So if we come down and just scroll over here, this is another thing that I want you to see is, let me go back over here to the homepage. For what we did on the homepage is we went and grabbed actual reviews. So if you Google and you just go to it, like let's say to the brand, and you go over and you look at some of these reviews right here, you've got all of these reviews. And then if you actually Google the brand itself, and you can do this, you just go, you can grab the actual links to the reviews. So as I grab one of these reviews right here, like one of these links, I'm looking at, we want to see who they're mentioning. This one's going to mention Dr. Mike right here, incredibly friendly. So you can share that review. If I click on share review, it's going to give me this link right here. And that is what you're seeing over here on all of these. My sciatica pain has noticeably diminished, and And then just a little review snippet. In 2 months, I've gained strength and mobility. Dr. Armelino is fantastic. Dealing with serious pain, life-changing experience. So it's mentioning Dr. Armelino, and we've got just, again, links directly to his author bio right there, and then link directly, again, to the actual review where the person is, actually being cited. So we're closing the loop, and this is what is called a cryptographic signature. This is impossible to spoof. It's impossible to fake. This is a review from a real patient on the actual business profile over here that has a link to the website, and the physical location. So this is a closed loop right here. And so these are the kind of things that are going to make the difference as we move, particularly into the end of 2026, into 27 and 28. These are the kind of things that are going to secure your business website for the near future, especially for those terms that have to do with your money and your life. So how do we do this? So if you come over here and you just want to take a look at the actual source, you can look at the source. You just click on a page and you go view page source. And you can scroll down and see everything that's here. Like this schema right here is something that we also want to pay a lot of attention to. That's for another video. But you're going to be pasting basically a very easy cut and paste piece of HTML. So we just had Claude do that. So we just tell Claude, hey, this is the website. I gave Claude I just copied all of this. I said, copy and paste, and I said make it look like it matches this website. And what I want to do is create a badge for the doctor over here that is just that says that this content has been medically verified. And so Claude, like, we don't have to overthink this. And we get this badge just anywhere. So whatever website builder you're using, Webflow, WordPress, you can get this on there. And what this will do, it will increase your authoritativeness. It demonstrates expertise and experience because now you've got some actual reviews over here, and this ultimately builds trust. So not only does it build trust for the large language models and Google itself, but it also builds trust with people who visit the website. They can see, okay, here's the doctor right here. So guys, this works on roofing, plumbing, chiropractic, of course. It really moving companies, any company where there is an exchange of money, especially where you're in a service business where people are going, you're going to somebody's house and they have to trust you. So those are the things that Google looks at and says, okay, we want to have some verifiable experts on the field, and then we want to have some verified proof that you are actually doing this kind of business in the location where you say you're doing it here. So more to come on this later, but guys, this is the number one thing to get on there. You can back it up with some schema. So again, we use Claude to get that to generate schema, but these blocks right here are going to be one of the main separators of businesses that are going to make it with an updated website. Most of your competitors have no idea what's going to hit them, and this is one of the main things that you can do right now in order to avoid the abyss of being ignored by large language models and being pulled into the AI overviews and top ranking positions. And being cited by other large language models. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, super easy. You just you just grab links, let's say the WebMD or any other thing, like let's say a medical license, or you grab like the contractor's license, and you get all of those things. So you have those links, and then just have Claude, or Gemini or your favorite large language model build out a badge that you can paste and right there on your website. All right, hopefully this was helpful, guys. Corey here. I'll talk to you soon.